Greetings in the name of Yahushua HaMashiach, our King, our High Priest, Kohen forever through the order of Melchizedek, and our Alua, Yahuwah, our Mighty One. All esteem, honor, and glory goes unto Yahuwah Kodesh name. My name is MELEK Shalomoh. This is MELEK Shelomoh Trading, and right now I'm in a live trade. It's paper trading though, but it's a live trade on Bitcoin. So let me just break down, or let me just say what day it is. It's the 9th of November, 2024. It's 12:06 p.m. So let's just go over some higher time frame analysis on the 1 hour chart, right? So right here we have something like a distribution channel, kind of like a bull flag, but it's showing signs of distribution, right? So it's not a distribution phase like a Wyckoff theory distribution, which is basically more of a sideways movement. This is more to the upside, so it's a bull flag. I have here, this is my volume point of control for the week. So since the beginning of the week, which is on Sunday, last Sunday, that's the volume profile. That's the VPOC right there. Right, so we have a little low volume gap right here. This signifies, this purple line right here signifies low volume, like a low volume node, but this right here is another low volume gap, right, between, let's say, 75,650 and roughly 74,978, right? So let me just take off the volume point of control for a second. All right, so all I have here now is the VWAPs. Let me take the VWAP off as well. Right, so we got up here to weekly Camarilla, sorry, not Camarilla, but floor pivot R2, which is at 76,690. And that's when we started to get this kind of distribution here. So we hit here at on Thursday, right, at 3 p.m. So we got up to a high of, let's see here, that was 76,849, right? Now we got up to another high here of 77,199. So that shoot above is basically kind of like a upthrust above floor pivot R2. And now that we pull back down, let me just open that up. We have this pushback up above R2, which didn't succeed, right? So we have two tests right there from these wicks. Let me just use the arrows, right? So we have two tests right there, and we start getting this movement to the downside. Now we have a engulfing candle right here. Nice signal to the downside. This was a nice signal as well. Not an engulfing candle, but a nice down candle. This one is an engulfing candle because the high is above this high. So it's totally engulfing this candle right here. So let me just open that up a little more. Right, so nice engulfing candle right there. We have a retest candle. We have two smaller candles right there. This one stayed kind of within the range. This one got narrow within the range, and then we have the breakdown of that level, right? So I went short here at the breakdown of the level. Was a little late to the trade as well, but that was because of something else, right? This wasn't because of just being late to the trade, because I actually entered on another platform, right? But when I switched over here, this is when I entered on this platform here. So the entry is 76,212, right? So right now I'm targeting, let's see. So I'm gonna have to switch over now to Bookmap to see the target, right? So let's see here. right? So we just broke through this liquidity area right here. This is my entries right here. Break-even point is at 76,233. And we had some retests breaking down lower, creating lower highs. Right, so we had some low volume. Now we have some heavy volume coming in again. We have some stop runs going off. Those red indicators, right? Icons 237, 2.25, 5.06. And this is my first partial right here. It's just above this liquidity level at 75,810. All right, so this is why the target is at this level right here, which is, what is it? Let's see here, 74,810, right? So the heavy liquidity here is what I'm targeting. So let's see if there's any more. Right, so there's another liquidity level here at 73,750. So 1 second, let me see on the volume profile. Right, so this would actually be below the volume point of control on the weekly. Right, so let me just show you that right there. So I'm kind of front running this volume point of control, and I'm also lining it up with this liquidity level right here at 74,800. Right, so possibly this trade could get down to this liquidity level, but I'm not gonna really try and target that until I see price action starting to make more negative moves towards the target. So for now, we're just gonna deal with this as the final take profit at 74,800. Yeah, let's see here. Right now, I'm looking at this right here. This is strong selling into this level. I'm thinking about moving my take profit down and just trail my stop. So trail it down to another liquidity level here, right? And then I could move my stop loss down. I'm trying to look at what structure I could put my stop loss above. Um, I think the stop loss is in a good place so far. I think it will stay here for a little bit until we actually break this level, break down this liquidity, probably get a little pullback, and then another break. Then I'll move it down to possibly here or this level here. Right, so if we get a retest somewhere around this level, or this holds as a lower point of supply, then I can move down to this level here. So the aggressiveness of these sellers right now, that's why I moved this take profit from this level here, because I think it'll probably just break through this level and I could probably get a better price down here as my first partial. We do have a little bit of consolidation happening now, so I want to see a good breakdown of this level right now, the lows. Need to see a little more volume, like this volume right here, come in, so we could get a nice little breakdown. We have 444 on the bid. This bubble here was 382 transacted, so we need something like that. All right, so we got a touch, it bounced off. We have sellers now trying to attack that. They're not pulling their orders, so it's looking like they want to transact. Let's see if the sellers are going to push through. Right, so this bubble is now 146. Remember I said there was 444 here. There's 279, 284 now. We have another bubble, 262, and we absorb that liquidity and we're moving lower. The algos are pulling their liquidity as well. Let's get a closer view. So they're stair stepping down. And let's see here. Now I could feel a little more comfortable in moving my stop to around this level. So trying to stay above this little breakdown right here. Right, so we have aggressive sellers. I also have this here from Bookmap. This is the market pulse from, it's called the beta market pulse workspace, right? So market pulse beta, and it's basically a web page with the market pulse on it, right? So I can't get it in the sub chart. I don't think I could, but this gives some nice indicators. We have aggressive sellers here, and this is the pace of tape. So the pace of the tape is aggressive sellers. We have aggressive buyers as well. So actually I don't have to move that around. I could just hit right screen. All right, cool. Right, so we're getting a retest here of this breakdown level. We have liquidity on the offer, trying to cap price. And actually, I think I'll move my stop back up to this level here. This is a better place to have my stop. And this was actually a breakdown level as well. So we could get a retest of this level moving back up right here to get back to this level. So let me just keep my stop above that level. So we have the short squeeze coming in. Not much liquidity as the sellers, but still moving up. So all that should be take profit from these sellers coming in here. And the reason I move my stop is because I'm looking for this trade to basically move further down. Oh, I didn't switch back over, my bad. So let me just show you that again. Right, so we have the short squeeze coming in, sellers taking profit. We basically could retest this breakdown level right here. That's where we're at right now. We're getting sellers coming back in. This is a lower deviation from the London session. This is the RTH session. That's the ETH session. So we're getting sellers coming back in from the London session, lower deviation. We have a breakdown of this little sideways movement, retest. And now I want to see sellers come back in again. Right, so we have this liquidity here acting as resistance, and hopefully they don't break through this and try and attack the stop. All right, that's not good. They're pulling off the offer. This one is remaining still, but they're coming back in. right? As soon as they pull back, price action pulls back, they came back in. So hopefully buyers don't get aggressive and try and push through this level. Right, some high volume came in there as well. We have a little fight from the buyers and the sellers right here. And the sellers are definitely trying to put some passive orders to block this, but sellers are getting aggressive. I mean, buyers are getting aggressive, so we're seeing this pop up here. Not much volume though. So it's basically looking like a little stop run for traders like me in my position. When we come out of this short trade, it's a buy, so that's why you're getting all of these buys coming up here. It's looking like it'll take another leg up as well and take me out. I had some earlier losses, so just experimented with some stuff and took some losses. So this profitable trade right now isn't covering all those losses. So that's why it's looking like negative 20, 2300, right? So I'm out of this trade right here. And I could possibly wait on a retest of Camarilla S3 and enter this trade again. So Camarilla S3 is basically the breakdown level here. So if we get a retest, we could get a nice little re-entry on this trade. Alright, y'all, so it's MELEK Shalomoh, it's MELEK Shalomoh Trading, and y'all trade safe and stay blessed. Actually, I think I might take another entry here real quick, because I'm thinking the sideways movement is possibly the end of the stop run. So let's see. I'm gonna keep my stop tight on this one. Entering at this first lower deviation. We have the retest there, breakdown. We have another retest. Let's see if it holds as resistance. I wish there was like a liquidity like this right here to step in the book, because these are just algos that kind of bracket the price. But sustained liquidity is more like this right here. And this and this. The algos are kind of like this right here. And around price here and here. Because you see it's chopped up, it's always changing. It's looking like it's going to stop me out again though. So this is what I need to see at this level here. We have a push above, just like here, we pushed above the first lower deviation, dash yellow line right there. I want to see an immediate selling reaction right now to break down below this level. This would solidify that sellers are still in the game. As far as on Tradingview, just this, so we're getting buyers here at this auction level, right? This base right here of this auction or consolidation, just before we got the break to the upside, that's where buyers stepped in. So that's why we have remnant of buyers supporting price at this level. So let's see, we need the aggressive sellers to come back in here and take this back down. So we have to break this level. Let me just set an alert here. Yeah, it's looking like it's heading up to Camarillo Estuaries. So I'm gonna flatten this trade. And yeah, that was my little live trading. Let me just go over what the trade was. Right, so we had, hold on. Right, so we had that consolidation right there. We had sideways movement. This is where I did a little experimentation on just some limit orders and stuff like that. So you could see here, right? So it's just entries, exit entries, and setting limit orders. So that's why it's still negative, right? So took this short entry here at this one here was at well, this was an experiment as well. So stopped out of this one here in small profit, but then actually executed the trade. Hold on. Right on the breakdown of this consolidation right here, enter the trade on the breakdown. Let me just open that up. Right, so that's at 76,250. Added to the trade here at 76,220. We came down, retested my entry level. We moved down, came down to this just above this liquidity right here at 75,997. Found some buyers coming back in trying to defend this area. Came back just above first lower deviation, just like it's doing right now. Came down, pushed away from the liquidity again, created a lower high. We still pushed above first lower deviation. Came down, attacked the liquidity level, broke through. And on the retest of first lower deviation, I'm out of the trade, right? So took another chance here on it just breaking down from first lower deviation again, but we're still getting a little kind of sideways movement. But this is basically how the trade is working. It's working from like a retest of first lower deviation, and we're getting a breakdown. So what I'm gonna do is hold on. Oh wait, my bad. That's not what I wanted to do. Right, I wanted to do a limit order to sell at this level, but I executed a market order by mistake. So hold on. Right, so I'll set a limit order right there when it comes back down below this level and sticks to the program that it's been working off of. I'll enter the trade again. Alright, y'all, so it's MELEK Shalomoh. Y'all trade safe and stay blessed.